All right, guys, it's a new day. It took a lot longer than expected because I'm doing so many different things to the car at the same time. So that was just a lot more than what I expected. So new day, it's still raining, thunderstorms throughout the day, and I'm still outside under my little tent. Right now, we finally got the exhaust on last night about 11 o'clock. Had some serious troubles trying to get that thing back. The rubber was the biggest pain in the butt, and then once we got it down for the downpipe, it ended up was just not lining up right. So it took a lot of finagling and pushing and pulling and pry bars and whatever else to get it to line up and latched on. So that's finally on. We've got the hard pipe on. That was super simple. It literally just clips in. You take off the clip and it slides and clips right on there. We've got it heat taped. Landon did a heat taping on it. Heat tape was easy to do along here. The curves were very difficult. So a little bit of overlap going on there on the curves. Did his best. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely functional, so that's the main thing. So we've got that going on. Got the battery back in case you guys haven't taken a battery out. There's always this bolt right down here. This is the main thing that holds the battery. It slides into the clamp and back, and then holds it in here. And then you got your little exhaust piece right there for your vent for the battery. I put the power cable on, but the ground, kept that disconnected since we're still working on the car. Did get a lot of rain because I had left it outside and took the tent down because it was getting kind of nasty. Did get a lot of rain up in the bay. Super disappointed about that, or upset. So we're gonna, before we get anything kicked off, we're gonna end up blowing out the bay, just dry everything off a little bit more. But I think everything else is good. We've got to take off in order to get the intercooler. So I've got the charge pipe right here already disconnected from up here. Trying to get it down there disconnected, but it looks like it'll probably be easier if I just take off the intercooler. They're saying to take off the intercooler. I've got to drop my washer, fluid housing, and then take off this front crash bar, loosen up the framing for the radiator. I thought it bolted in. I was mistaken. Apparently it does not bolt in. It looks like it slides into the radiator. So I'm just going to have to take those off and kind of lift the radiator up, and then I'll be able to just pull the intercooler out. So that's what we're doing. It's been a heck of an adventure so far. It's fairly early enough in the morning that I should, in hopes, be able to complete this in a timely enough manner. I'm going to have Landon work on the back side of the car to get all that stuff going back together, and then he's going to pop off to go hang out with some friends, and I'm going to keep on working. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on. All right, so we're getting pieces back on. It was super easy to get the windshield plastic for the windshield. When you take it off, you just kind of roll it out. There's a lip that's right here. You'll see a metal lip that's in between the gapping of the window and an actual metal lip of the frame. You'll just kind of press it down on that metal lip. Sorry, I should have shown you that. We were super tired from screwing with that dang downpipe yesterday. That took us hours to try to get that stupid downpipe. But it's on there. So now we're putting the plastic back on. I've got the air intake, the hard pipe bent on through, and then Landon's getting the rest of the plastic put back on over here. I think that's about it on that. Now taking off the front end, so I have to take off the bracer bar, the crash bumper right there. And then my next one will be that. Hopefully I can set that off to the side, maybe on this little bench here, so I don't have to drain all that freaking washer fluid that's sitting in there. And then that's it. We'll keep rocking and rolling. All right, finally, making some more progress. So that did not need to come out fully. You just needed to get to a screw to get a plastic, this plastic cowl off, and this cowl right here, which plugs up onto the inside right there into your wheel well. That's where the air comes in to help pull down your brakes. Looking at my wife's car, looks like that's on all the cars. So maybe it's a different placement, kind of different style or setup on hers compared to mine with the JCW, because I don't have fog lights. It doesn't come with fog lights. I didn't take it off on the other side. I feel it necessary. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even know if you really need to take it off, but you had to take off the lower crash bar to pull it out. We raised that up a little bit higher, and then we had to get pry bars and pry that sucker out. I'm going to tell you right now, though, you got grommets right here. This rubber piece right here, this right here is a brace. It goes inside, so it sits on top like that. And then this clips into the bottom of your radiator. You need to pull that out in order to free it up. As you can see, got chunks of the other one because I did not realize that, and spent, as usual, longer than necessary trying to get the damn thing out. So once we figured it out, it pushes into the bottom. You'll see it. You get a flathead screwdriver. You can pry off, start prying, pulling at the edge, and then just yank it straight out. And lo and behold, it freaking works. Shocker. So that's what we're looking at now. Show you the intercooler. So here's the intercooler. I already unhooked from top the charge pipe. It was a pain in the ass to try to get off down there, so I just yanked the whole damn thing on through. The radiator sits in here. Those screws right there are 30. Are they 30 T30s or T25s? All right, he walked off. I want to say they're T25 or T30s. That go in here. It bolted to the radiator, so you can see the side on it. Bolted to the radiator. You need to get those off. You have to have a shallow star socket for it. But honestly, pull the damn radiator out, take that lower crash bar off, pull it out, and get to it easy as heck. So I wouldn't even worry about trying to unbolt that. We were screwing around with that for a while before we figured it out. So I think that's everything we've dealt with so far. Now we got to get the Forge intercooler in there. I got Forge intercooler. I've got this FTP. I got to figure out how the hell to get to it under here somewhere. And there's the pipe that goes up right there. So I got to figure out how to get that unclipped so I can put that pipe on there. Hopefully I can get it done from here without having to take this damn downpipe back off. or not downpipe, but hard pipe. It's my hopes. So we'll keep on going. Hopefully this should only take another hour or so. I just pushed myself up against the car and now I look like I peed myself. So I'm having a blast. This is so much fun. I will give you an update as things progress. All right, tail end of day 2, wrapping everything up finally. This has been an ordeal, that's for sure. But I think I've got everything tucked away, looking nice. No extra parts. The only thing I have left, I just got the battery hooked back up. I've got the K&N air intake back in. That's all connected and wired up. Our charge pipes and boost pipes are in. The clips, the front bumpers on. Everything's tucked away. The only thing I have left to do is just put that battery panel back up. Still have the Burger tuner on there. I'm gonna check, see how it goes with that, and then I will send it off for the Dynan tune within the next couple of weeks. So everything's back to looking normal almost. So excited. I'll do another video once I tuck all of that away and get all that closed up. Then I'll do another video of the start, doing a cold start on it. I'll probably have to drive somewhere to do that. It's only about 8 o'clock or 7:30, 8. But I might have to drive somewhere because I have a feeling this is going to be super loud. So we shall see. All right, so we've got it started up. Got some smoke coming from front end. I'm assuming that's probably just some of the dust in the exhaust. The intake maybe, hopefully, doesn't smell like anything's burning. Like on fire burning. I'm smelling exhaust in there. Engine bay. Just disappointing. Hopefully all the connections are good. We shall see. There it is. All right, guys. This is my final note on the project. It is actually Wednesday, hump day, and we're finally done with it. I say this because, like an idiot, I ended up throwing some codes on the car. I had a misfire in cylinder 1. Freaking the heck out on it because at no point in time did I touch anything revolving around cylinder 1 that I'm aware of. So called up a buddy that is one of our fellow maniacs that works at the BMW Mini dealership as a service, one of the service techs. And he said, hey, bring it in. Let's take a look at it real quick. Gave him the keys. He popped the hood and was like, hey, so what all did you do? And I told him everything I did. He pulled the cover off and was like, bloop, fixed, dude. And I was like, are you kidding me? Apparently at some point in time, I unplugged the wire to cylinder 1, to the coil, and it was misfiring. And I was in such a hurry getting home from work that I hadn't thought about it with everything going on at work and just stressing. And I got home and I just jumped in the car and took it straight to the dealership for the close. I was in my mind, I'm like, I need to check those wires, and I didn't. So now I'm hugely embarrassed, but the car has no codes. It's running great. So now we're going to take a look at some of the work that's been done. The finalization, bumpers back on it. Now we're in a darker area because it's gonna get real interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and hop on in, and so we're gonna listen to the intake here. The motor's a little warm because we went out for a drive to see, but I've got the Burger tuner back on it, programmed to number 2, and it's sitting in sport mode right now. So it's balls out on it. Go ahead and give it gas. That is super loud. So huge difference in the intake. Now for the exhaust. So go for it, dude. Yep, that's it right there. Hit it again. More. So that's what the exhaust sounds like. Goose it all the way up. The exhaust sounds ridiculous on it. As you can see, when I get it to pop in the pops and bangs, it's shooting flames. It shoots some really good flames out the back. We were playing around with it a little bit, and I probably got at least a foot flame shooting out the back. I'm very, very happy with it. Throttle response is great. You can definitely tell the difference with the throttle response on it. It goes, it really just, it's sucking in massive amount of air, cooler air now, and it's burning way better, and then it's letting that stuff shoot out the back and pops and bangs and bursts and flames. It is absolutely awesome. So I love it. The next and final step that all I have left to do to stitch is I'm going with the Dynon tune still. I've got the Burger JB4. I like the JB4. It does well, but I want to do with the Dynon. Gonna do the Dynon Stage 1. Talking to a buddy of mine. He's like, man, Dynon Stage 1, 93 octane is the way to go. I'm gonna get a lot more performance all around out of it. So I'm excited to order that, take the ECU out of here, have the entire ECU reprogrammed, and that should put me, based off the figures, and I don't even know. It's from what I'm seeing from Dynon on the Stage 3, I mean, it's talking wheel horsepower, at least 350 wheel horsepower. So I don't know. I'm looking at, with the mods that I've done, maybe up to, if that's true on a stock JCW, is 350 wheel horsepower. I'm hoping to get about 400 wheel horsepower out of it. So I don't know. I want to get it. I want to put it on, and then I want to finally get it dynoed to see what I'm actually putting out. It'd be awesome if I can get 400 horsepower to the wheel out of a freaking Mini Cooper. But if that doesn't happen, I'm not disappointed whatsoever. I love my car. This is one of the funnest vehicles I've ever owned and driven out of many vehicles. So stay tuned. We'll do more. I've got lights to put on Lannon's car. My wife told me after this, and I had that check engine light, I'm not allowed to touch her car anymore, but there will be work that's going to be done on it. So thank you everyone for watching. Hit subscribe if you want to see me do more stuff and cuss and just work on cars and have some fun drives. So you take care of yourself, and let's have a fun and safe New Year's.